got your, I know we're having fun tonight, but I hope you got your taxes done, because if you didn't, you're going to jail like Wesley Snipes. Okay? Today is tax day in the United States. I love tax day. You know, it's especially fun to have young kids on this day because you get to experience the magic of tax day through their eyes. It's like all over again, you know? We need, we got an extra, today's the 17th. We actually got an extra 3 days this year to file. We had an extra 2 days, but thanks to a big problem today with the IRS website, we got an extra day. Those who waited until the last minute to file online got this message, for real, planned outage, April 17, 2018 through December 31st, $99.99, which means I think we don't have to pay taxes for 8,000 a year. Quite maybe Trump was right. I don't file my taxes electronically. I do it the old-fashioned way. I attach them, I tape them to the leg of a raven, and I free it like Game of Thrones. President Trump celebrated tax day from his vacation home in Florida with a tweet. He wrote, "So many people are seeing the benefits of the tax cut bill. Everyone is talking. Really nice to see," which is true, except for that it isn't true at all. It's a new NBC Wall Street Journal poll today showed that only 27% of Americans think these tax cuts were a good idea. 36% said they were a bad idea. 37% had no opinion. And the top 1% said, "Thanks for the money, Uncle Donald." The White House announced that the president himself did not file his taxes today. He filed for an extension. Apparently, there are a lot of, I guess, complex issues his accountants are still working out, like, does paying a porn star $130,000 count as a business or entertainment expense? I don't know. The president did a little tap dance today on those Russia sanctions he's been talking so much about. You know, he's supposed to impose tough new sanctions on Russia yesterday, but I guess decided not to go through with it. Why, no one knows. Although I'm sure there's a very good reason that has nothing at all to do with Russians having any kind of anything he doesn't want us to see on him. But the White House press secretary, Sarah Huckabee said the president has been clear that he's going to be tough on Russia, but at the same time, he'd still like to have a good relationship with them. So in other words, the president's okay with announcing sanctions. He just doesn't want to impose any of them on the Russians. It would be rude to do that. If only Donald Trump were as tough on Russia as he is on his belt loops, I think we'd be in a lot. And the way he fawns over this Vladimir Putin, it's mind-boggling. At this point, it's almost more embarrassing if Putin doesn't have something on Trump, if he doesn't have a tape. Because if he doesn't have tape, it means Trump is just sucking up like an infatuated groupie, the way Mike Pence does with him. Russia is a tough country. They don't fool around in Russia. You know, they're hosting the World Cup in June, and this, I think, is a good indicator of how things go over there. This is the in-game entertainment from a soccer game this weekend in Russia. A giant live bear with no leash in a stadium full of I don't know how many people. Just for comparison's sake, this is our version of that. That's the Memphis Grizzlies mascot, Horny the Bear, and that is us versus the Russians in a nutshell. And here's another thing we should be concerned about as a nation. I don't know if you know about this, but Heinz, the Heinz company, announced yesterday they have a new condiment, supposedly by popular demand. And that condiment, can we get a drum roll? Okay. That condiment is called Mayo Chup. It is mayonnaise and ketchup. I think it's meant to be injected intravenously. I'm not sure. But wow, think of all the hours we'll save thanks to Mayo Chup. I'll finally get time to spend with my children. I feel like this is an example of finding a solution to a problem that we don't actually have. But as far as condiments go, Mayo Chup isn't even the worst new one of the year. Look at this condom menace to society. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, no thanks. I don't need a slice of ketchup. Is ketchup really not convenient enough that we have to form slice? How lazy have we become? Hey, speaking of useless things, Scott Pruitt, the head of the EPA, has yet another new spending scandal to add to his growing list. According to a report from the Government Accountability Office, Pruitt broke the law by spending $43,000 to have a soundproof phone booth installed in his office. You're only allowed to spend up to $5,000 without notifying Congress that you're spending more. Pruitt went over that, way over that, to $43,000 for a phone booth. He said he needs to make classified calls to the White House. Does the EPA handle a lot of classified information? Mr. President, I think the barn owls are spying on us. And by the way, you're in a soundproof booth calling Donald Trump, who you know is on a speakerphone next to the pool at Mar-a-Lago. And not only did Scott Pruitt spend $43,000 on a phone booth, he ordered a customized SUV with bulletproof seat covers, the head of the EPA. You know, if this guy protected the planet as much as he does his own ass, we'd be fine. We'd be in very good shape. I don't know if you've been following this as closely as I have, but we have a new suspect in the Stormy Daniels investigation. Stormy and her lawyer, Michael Avenatti, were on The View today, where they unveiled a police artist sketch of a man, she says, threatened her, who told her to keep quiet about Trump while she was out with her daughter.
Stormy, you recently sat down with a forensic artist, a very well-known one, who created a sketch of the alleged suspect based on your memory from that day, and now you're ready to reveal that sketch for the first time. Can we take a look at that with you? There you go. And to your recollection, is that the person that threatened you? Absolutely.
Hold on, I think that's the wrong sketch. I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's a leprechaun. No, this is the suspect that the police artist drew. Or at least what she remembers him looking like. A lot of people online today thought it was Tom Brady, which is... Even Donald Trump wouldn't hire a thug who wears Uggs. That's ridiculous. But it does bear some resemblance to another Donald Trump associate, and that is Anthony Scaramucci. You think it's either the Mooch or Bon Jovi? I don't know. By the way, I love the artist signed it Lois, like it was done on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. The big news today was the bigly anticipated release of former FBI Director James Comey's book, in which he paints an unflattering portrait of his former boss. The president is said to be furious about this book because it combines the two things he hates most, criticism and reading. The book came out today. It's the #1 seller on Amazon. At local bookstores, kids were lined up at midnight dressed as their favorite characters from the Mueller investigation. The book is a damning depiction of a president who seems to do all the wrong things, and that's a shame. Let me have that book there, because, you know, the president should be doing the right things. And if only I could go back in time to show this book to young Donald Trump so he could see what is in store for him. And maybe, I don't know, just maybe we could potentially get him to change his ways. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. It worked. We're back in time. Never imagined this building would still be here, but oh my gosh, what year is it? It's 1946. Hi, baby Donald. It's me, Uncle Jimmy. I have some big news for you. Oh, you are such a special little boy. Donald, one day, a very tall man named James Comey is going to write a book all about you. Look at it. It's 304 pages. Right. But I do want to say it's not very nice. You know what the words morally unfit mean? It means you should never, ever tell a lie. And you should probably get these naked Barbie dolls out of your crib also. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't cry. Let me read you a little story from the book, okay? All right, here we go. Mr. Trump said he needed to talk with me before our scheduled dinner. When I got to the room, he immediately showed me a picture of himself on the cover of Forbes magazine. Don't I look great, he said. Someone should spank your bottom with that magazine, I said. He turned around and pulled down his pants to get... Wait a minute. This is not James Comey's book. This is actually Stormy Daniels' book, Orally Unfit. But Stormy Stormy Daniels, this is a good story. She's a lady you're going to meet at a golf tournament, and you're going to pay her $130,000 to breastfeed, okay? Okay, little Donnie, I have to go now, but I'm going to see you later, okay? What? What are you doing?
Hey, baby Donald, I got one thing to say.
You're in 1946?
Yeah, I got bit by a chupacabra.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
Baby Donald Trump, don't build a wall against Mexicans. That is a stupid idea. And you're a stupid baby.
Don't fight the baby. It's just a baby. You want to get in the crib?
No,
Okay,
thanks.
all right. All right. We have a good show for you tonight. Today, we have music from Portugal The Man, soccer superstar Zlatan Ibrahimovic is here, and we'll be right back with LL Cool J.